game of tag or two as kids, right? But all the way through high school and then beyond, this group of guys decided they were not done with their game of tag, even as they left their teenage years behind. That was over 30 years ago. And the game is still going strong. And now their story is on the big screen. Watch this.
You got a job at my company so you could try to tag me?
Come on, Bob, it's over.
The feature film Tag, with an all-star cast, recently hit the big screen.
Our group of friends has been playing the same game of tag for 30 years.
Where a group of adult friends have been playing the popular kids game since high school.
It's a premise that is inherently ridiculous. I don't think you could even make this movie except for the fact that it's a true story. These guys really do this.
That's right, the film is based on an actual group of 10 friends who still play tag to this day.
Are you it? Are you it? Are you it?
NBC recently caught up with some of the guys who inspired the film.
We went to a private Catholic high school and we were encouraged to go to Mass or study. And we found a third option, which was to start playing the game of tag.
Although the movie is slightly exaggerated, these guys take the game very seriously.
It got ugly. I mean, people getting knocked over, books knocked over. It was, no remorse. We would hit them and run.
The game initially ended after high school, but a few years later, the guys realized they missed it.
A handful of the guys were together, maybe over the holidays or something, and having a beer. And we were just talking about how it was harder to stay in contact with each other, and somebody came up with the idea, why don't we start the game up? And we've been doing that since 1990.
From a swimming pool to the Starbucks parking lot.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go. There's a tag.
Nowhere is safe.
You're pretty paranoid. You're looking around every corner, or kind of looking with suspicion at maybe some people's calls. So you have this psychological warfare.
Please welcome three members of the Tag Brothers: Chris, Amon, Joe Tomberry, and Mike Kineski. Welcome, guys. Great to have you here.
Great to be here.
So great to be here.
So fun.
All right, so can we just, he's not here, but can we start with the priest?
Yeah, start with the priest.
Yeah.
So you didn't know he was going to be a priest when you when you started playing tag with him, but is it really fair to tag him on Sunday when he's up there?
Yes.
Would that be fair game?
It is definitely fair game.
It is. No reservations.
Story, because Mike and I went to see him. We went to tag him in Montana, and he's in a small town over there, kind of by the Missouri River in the middle of Montana, and you could take it away. It was so fun.
He's captive. What's he going to do? Run off the altar? So we went to communion and afterwards tagged him.
Yeah.
But it was great. He worked into his homily the fact that it's all about friendship, and he was great.
Yeah, well, and we're going to get to that, because the purpose behind the game is ultimately just about closeness, and I think that's beautiful for men in particular, who sometimes don't express themselves as loquaciously, as verbosely as we women do.
Yeah.
All right, so started in elementary school, but really picked up in high school. Was there one ringleader behind it?
Boy, that's tough. When you look at how it's been, we're all 35 years out of high school. It's hard. We don't remember exactly how it started, probably. Yeah. I think it started with us. We're all part of a service organization. And I think out of that, we had it was like crazy meetings in there. I think that's where it started.
All right, so then it resumes in adulthood for just the month of February. Is that right?
Yeah.
We decided just the month of February. So whoever's it at the end of one month starts out being it the next year.
All right, so February 28th or whatever, depending on the month. Yeah. If you're it, you're it for the rest of the year. And what does that mean?
Means tag, you're it. You don't want to be it. Right?
Why? What's the downside to being it for those 11 months?
The downside is you're it.
Yeah, you're it. If you get together, you're usually on the hook for the tab. And
oh, you got to pay for the drinks.
Well, yeah.
And you're made fun of.
Shame.
The shame.
Yeah, well, Akers is it now. Our friend Bill is it, and he had a birthday just about a month ago, and even the most desperate, lousy individuals can enjoy a birthday. I mean, that's the kind of that's what we're after.
Year-long razzing.
Yeah, absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right, so now we got to talk about some of the wacky places that you guys have gotten each other. And by the way, so if you're it in the beginning of February and you tag Joe, then you spend the rest of you try to keep tagging, right? I mean, you don't just say, it's over. It goes back and forth the whole month?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're live. Game on.
Does, but he can't tag me back. There's no touchbacks.
No touchbacks.
Oh, those are in the
That's a
rules.
rule.
That is in the contract.
Has to go to somebody else before it could come back to me.
Is it true there's an actual legal contract?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there is.
There's a lawyer in your group?
Yes.
Oh,
There's a lawyer. He drew up the contract. We all signed it back in 1990, I think. So.
And the rules are so if I'm it and I tag you, you can't just tag me right back.
That's right.
Right, because we're in each other's presence.
That's right. That's right. So
There's
now we
only
got to
three.
figure out how to go get Chris or something.
I love how you're looking at me like this is a no-brainer. Like,
Been doing it for so long.
hello, duh. It's like all you learned on the playground continues to hold precedence. All right, so we're going to find out the wackiest places they've ever done this and which member of the extended tag family tore their ACL in the name of avoiding "you're it." Right after this, don't go away.
Callahan approaches from the left. Engage no contact protocol. No hand shall touch my body. Mental note, Bob slapped Hoagie with his hand. Hoagie is now it.
That was from the new movie Tag, which is an exaggerated tale of the real-life story of 10 childhood friends who have kept up the same game of tag for over 30 years. And we're back now with 3 of them, Chris, Joe, and Mike. All right, so there is no real character. Jeremy Renner is the one who avoids tag for 30 years. He's never it. Is there a real Jeremy Renner in the group?
There's not a real Jeremy Renner, although Chris would probably become the closest one to that, not having been tagged in such a long time.
How'd you manage to do that?
Mostly distance. I was living, when it first started, I was out in Boston, and most of the rest of the group was on the West Coast.
You got out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Now, here there's some sort of story about your wife baking cookies, right? What's that?
Yeah, that was just this past February. Joe was trying to get me, and I had gone to work on a Saturday morning, and I came back, and my house was being cleaned, and there were cookies being baked, and I kind of got the inkling that maybe something was happening because this was 7 a.m. in the morning, and that doesn't happen every Saturday.
Right? Your wife doesn't wake up and bake cookies every Saturday morning.
I figured there was maybe a guest coming by, and sure enough, eventually, I saw him sneaking up through the driveway trying to get into the house.
5 hours. 5 hours I sat in my car outside his house. 5 hours. Yeah.
And then he ran? What did he do when he saw you?
I think she texted me, and then, you know, the whole subterfuge or whatever, you can't just be texting all the time because he's going to be nervous. He knows about it, suspecting something's up.
Right.
So she's like, I think we're going to take pictures in the backyard, and his son was taking a photo class. And I'm sneaking around to the backyard, and he was upstairs watching out the front.
And then you ran?
Well, no, he conceded defeat, and he came in, and we spent that morning together. But he was a mutual agreement because he was caught. He didn't tag me, and he took it with.
Right. Now, you, on the other hand, Mike, is it true? Your wife Jackie throws you under the bus every chance she gets.
She does. My wife Jackie, in fact, she's cousins with one of the guys. Has known Joe and Mang since grade school also. And whenever she gets a text from one of these guys, hey, where's Mike? She'll be the first one to say, hey, here's where he is. Go get him.
Now, all right. Now, which one of you guys drives around with costumes in your car all of February?
Well, in February, I keep stuff in my trunk. And
oh, look, multiple hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a duffel bag full of, I probably have 7 or 8 wigs. I got a ton of stuff.
You get pulled over, the cops are going to think you're Ted Bundy.
They might be. We're ready for everything. There's so many tags we haven't done yet, and we're ready to do them. Meg and I just keep planning them out.
So do you dress up like a lady to jump out and surprise, so I'm just a little lady? I'm not Joe.
No,
you're safe.
There's some shots of us that were in nuns, and Joey and I were nuns. It's funny, really funny.
And just remember, he's a high school teacher.
I know.
He's teaching kids.
Well, and you guys are like you're tech industry executives, right? These are like high-powered dudes. All right, we have to talk about what happened they did it at a funeral.
Yeah.
Yes, but actually, it was done with love, and that's really what the whole story is about when we come back. And we're back now with 3 of the Tag brothers, Chris, Joe, and Mike, who, along with 7 of their grade school buddies, have been playing a 30-plus year game of, wait for it, tag. Okay, so here's how I got turned on to you guys. Every day after the show, we have a Q&A. We just sort of have a chat with the audience. And one of our most loyal audience members, Evelyn, who's sitting there right now, said, I saw this movie this weekend called Tag. Please have the guys on your show. So that's Evelyn right there. So I watched the movie, I'm like 100% in, and that's how you came into my life. The movie is hysterical. Did you guys get to meet with Jon Hamm and Jeremy Renner?
So they were nice enough, Jeff Tomzik, who was a director, was nice enough to invite us on the set one weekend when they were shooting. And actually, the night before the premiere, we all got to go to Jeremy Renner's house with the rest of the cast, with Jon Hamm, Ed Helms, and Isla Fisher, and Leslie Bibb. And they were all, we just went up there with our wives. And
that's so nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Were you all like, Jon Hamm's playing me? Jon Hamm's me. I'm Jon Hamm, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so the funeral. Can you tell us what? There was tagging at a funeral?
There was.
Yes, there was.
How did that come about?
Well, Patrick's father passed away during the month of February, so game on. One of the last conversations he had with his dad on the phone was about us, and it was during the year when the Wall Street Journal broke it, so the story was hot, and it was fun. Anyway, we go to almost all of us were there at the funeral, and on our way to communion, Beef just kind of taps Patrick on the shoulder and says, "I'm really sorry about your dad, but you're it." On our way.
But it was out of respect. Patrick's dad knew all of us, knew about the game, and we.
And Patrick laughed, right?
And we pictured him smiling.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that because that is actually what it's about. Your friendship.
So is.
And the commitment to keeping fun in your lives, no matter what your age.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And it's something, especially as we've gone older. I mean, we've been doing this 30, 35 years. And, it's become such a thing now with our families and wives, kids, and everybody. And it's just, not only does a tag happen, but it's a great time just to, then you go catch up over a beer or dinner or something and plan who you're going to get next. But it's a community thing.
And plan who.
Even though I got, with Chris, I didn't get the hit. Didn't make it, but we went into Gig Harbor, which is really cool, cute, quaint little town where he lives, and walked around for a couple hours and spent time together. That's what it's about.
So who's it at the moment?
Bill Akers.
Bill, and so he's the one who's being shamed currently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he's plotting.
Well, he's plotting right now. Well, quick question. I understand you told the Wall Street Journal when they first came to you with the story. You said, "We're 10 idiots. There's no story here." You feel differently now?
We still think.
Oh, you know. Okay, so
I still feel that way.
Listen, you've given us all a lot of laughs, and I would venture to say a lot of people a good idea for a fun way to stay in touch with those they love.
Yep.
Great for
Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure to meet all of you. All the best. Good luck, Bill. And don't forget, Tag is in theaters right now. We'll be right back.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.